Welcome everyone. I hope you're doing well. Today's video is one of my favorites and one of the most important videos you'll ever watch because I can't even explain how powerful and life-changing it is to learn how to love yourself. We spend our whole lives trying to be loved by others, but we forget the most important relationship we'll ever have, the relationship with ourselves. We want others to accept us, but we don't accept ourselves. We want others to treat us with kindness, but we attack ourselves with judgment. We want others to stay, but we keep abandoning our own hearts. And that's why this video is important, because if you don't love yourself, nothing will ever feel enough. Not success, not money, not relationships, not compliments, not even your dreams coming true. And this video will also improve your English fluency, emotional vocabulary, and confidence. So listen carefully, repeat the lines, and feel every word in your heart. So stay with me till the end and don't forget to subscribe because we grow here together. What is self-love? Self-love is not about being selfish. It's not about thinking you're better than others. It's not about ignoring your flaws or never improving. Self-love is a promise, a deep, silent promise that says, no matter what happens, I will not abandon myself. I will not destroy myself for others. I will not speak to myself like I am worthless. I will treat myself with the same love I give to the people I care about. Self-love means accepting yourself when you fail. It means forgiving yourself when you make mistakes. It means trusting yourself even when others doubt you. It means being your own safe place when the world feels cold. It's how you talk to yourself when you're alone. It's how you look at yourself in the mirror. It's how you take care of your body, your mind, your dreams, and your heart. Without self-love, success feels empty. With self-love, even silence feels peaceful. And the best part, you don't need to become perfect to love yourself. You just need to start seeing yourself as human, worthy, growing enough. Lesson 1. Learn to accept mistakes. You're human, not a robot. You will make mistakes. You'll fail. You'll say the wrong things. You'll trust the wrong people. You'll miss opportunities. You'll wish you could go back in time and fix everything. But here's the truth most people never hear. Mistakes don't make you a bad person. Mistakes make you a person. You are not a robot. You are not a machine programmed to be perfect every day. You are a human being with emotions, trauma, confusion, pressure, and memories that the world doesn't see. Yet most people live their entire life in self-punishment. I shouldn't have done that. I'm so stupid. Why did I mess everything up? I always ruin everything. They think this guilt will make them better. But guilt doesn't make you better. It makes you stuck. You don't grow by hating yourself. You grow by understanding yourself. Imagine a 12-year-old child spills milk on the floor. You don't scream at them and say, you're a failure. You don't deserve love. You say, it's okay. Let's clean it up. Be careful next time. Why can't you treat yourself like that? You're not 12 anymore, but you still make mistakes, just on a bigger scale. And you still deserve kindness, especially from yourself. Because the moment you accept your mistakes without shame, that's the moment you begin to change. Say this to yourself every morning. I am allowed to make mistakes. I learn, I grow, I evolve, but I never abandon myself. Self-love doesn't mean ignoring your mistakes. It means not using your mistakes as a weapon against yourself. The world will criticize you anyway. Don't join them. Lesson 2. Improve your mental diet. You become what you feed your mind. You know what a food diet is, right? If you eat only junk food, your body becomes tired, slow, and weak. But what about your mental diet? The thoughts you consume, the people you listen to, the words you say to yourself, the media you watch, the beliefs you repeat. What you feed your brain is what you feel in your heart. If your mental diet is full of toxic social media, negative news, people who always doubt you, friends who gossip and complain, self-hating thoughts like, I'm not good enough, then don't be surprised when you feel anxious, angry, tired, and unworthy. Most people try to fix their life by changing the outside. New job, new relationship, new clothes. but their mental world is still dirty. And just like a dirty kitchen attracts insects, a dirty mind attracts pain. Imagine two people wake up at 6 a.m. Person A opens Instagram, sees a model, and says, "I'll never look like her. I hate my face." Then they watch 10 videos of people living rich lives and say, "My life is a failure." Then they scroll through hate comments, gossip, and negative quotes. That's their breakfast, not food, but thoughts. Person B wakes up, looks in the mirror, and says, "I'm not perfect, but I'm proud. I'm still trying." They listen to a motivational podcast. They write one thing they're grateful for. They spend 10 minutes in silence with their own mind. Who do you think will feel more self-love by the end of the day? Build a clean mental diet. Unfollow people who make you feel less. Mute negativity. Replace every self-hating thought with a healing one. Spend 10 minutes every morning feeding your brain something loving, positive, and wise. Because here's the truth. The brain doesn't care if something is true or false. If you repeat it, it believes it. So if you keep telling yourself "I'm worthless," your brain will find proof. But if you start saying "I'm learning," "I'm worthy," "I'm becoming," your brain will find proof for that too. Lesson 3: Perfection is the enemy of self-love. If you want to destroy self-love, here's the fastest way. Try to be perfect, because perfection is a prison with no door. You're chasing a target that keeps moving. And every time you reach a goal, your brain says, "That's not enough. Be more. Do more. Fix more." You want perfect skin, perfect body, perfect English, perfect career, perfect behavior, perfect reactions, perfect confidence. Perfection is not love. Perfection is fear, wearing a mask. It's the fear of not being accepted, the fear of being laughed at, the fear of being too much or not enough. They say, "I'll love myself when I lose weight. I'll love myself when I speak fluent English. I'll love myself when I earn $10,000 a month. I'll love myself when my past doesn't haunt me anymore." But they never reach that place, because every time they get close, they move the goalpost again. And now they've spent 5 years chasing perfection and not even 5 minutes practicing love. Imagine you have a friend who stutters sometimes. Do you say, "I'll only love you when you speak fluently"? No, you love them anyway. You have a friend who gains some weight. Do you say, "I'll only support you if you look like a model"? No. Then why do you treat yourself like that? If you can love others while they're imperfect, you can love yourself too. The most attractive people in the world are not perfect. They're real. The girl with stretch marks who laughs loudly and walks with confidence. The boy who failed 3 times but still shows up every morning. The woman with acne who speaks with kindness and power. The man who doesn't have abs but hugs his children with joy. That is beauty. That is power. That is love. You don't need to wait for some imaginary version of yourself to arrive. That version doesn't exist. The real self-love begins when you say, "I am not perfect and I love myself anyway." Always remember this. Married people want freedom. Singles want love. The young want to grow up. The old wish to be young again. Broken people long for happiness. Educated people want employment. The poor want money. The truth is, no one has everything. So be grateful. Be proud. Be happy with what you have. I am not a project. I am a person. I am not perfect, but I am powerful, lovable, and enough. Lesson 4. Set boundaries and never feel ashamed for protecting your peace. Most people don't know how to set boundaries because deep down they're afraid to lose people. They say yes when they mean no. They agree just to avoid conflict. They stay quiet when they want to scream. They allow people to walk all over their time, energy, and emotions and call it kindness. If you don't protect your peace, no one else will. Loving yourself means creating a shield around your soul where only respect, truth, and care are allowed in. Everything else must go. You were taught that being liked is more important than being honest. That it's better to be polite than powerful. That you should always put others first, even if it destroys you inside. But here's the dark side of that. You become a prisoner to other people's approval. And over time, that turns into resentment. You start feeling, why doesn't anyone respect me? Why am I always the one giving? Why do I feel so drained and invisible? It's because you taught them to expect your silence instead of your limits. For example, you have a friend who always calls you only when they need help. Never checks on you, never listens to you, only dumps their problems on you. But you say nothing. You nod. You help. You smile. And inside you're burning because they don't see your pain. And you never showed them your boundary. Now imagine you say, hey, I care about you, but I'm not available to solve this every time. I need space too. They may be shocked. They may back off. But they'll learn one thing. You love yourself enough to not be used. Saying no is not rude. It's responsible. Saying, I need space is not selfish. It's survival. Saying this is not okay is not dramatic. It's healthy. Say I am allowed to protect my energy. I do not need to be available to everyone. I am not here to please. I am here to live in peace. Lesson 5. Love your body, your flaws, your voice. They're yours. Let me ask you something deeply personal. When was the last time you looked in the mirror and smiled without criticism? Not to fix your hair, not to check your skin, not to suck in your stomach, not to hide a wrinkle or a scar. Just looked at your body and said, thank you for carrying me. Most people don't love their body. They judge it. They compare it. They hide it. They punish it. But here's the truth. Your body is not the enemy. It's the home you live in. You criticize your legs, but they've walked you through hard times. You hate your arms, but they've hugged people you love. You hide your face, but it shows your smile, your strength, your soul. Every ad, every model, every influencer, they're photoshopped, filtered, perfectly lit. And even they don't look like that in real life. Yet you, sitting alone in your room, you compare your living, breathing, imperfect, beautiful body to their fantasy. And then you call yourself ugly, unworthy, fat, dark, short, awkward. Do you realize how cruel that is? If your friend called themselves disgusting just because of a scar, would you agree? No. So why do you do that to yourself? And let's not forget your voice. How many people say, I hate my voice. I sound weird. My English is not clear. People will laugh at me. But the truth is, your voice is your soul's fingerprint. It's how you say, I love you. It's how you say, I'm scared. It's how you say, I'm still here trying. Don't silence your voice just because it's not perfect. Speak anyway. That's self-love. Eating because you want to nourish, not punish. Resting because your body is sacred, not lazy. Wearing clothes that make you feel good, not others. Saying, this is my face, my shape, my skin, my sound. It may not match the magazine, but it's mine. Affirm this every day. My body is not ugly. My body is honest. My voice is not weak. My voice is mine. I don't need to match others to matter. Lesson 6. Forgive yourself. You can't love what you hate. Let's talk about guilt. The silent poison that kills self-love. Because here's what many people secretly feel. I've hurt people. I wasted years. I broke someone's heart. I lied. I cheated. I gave up. I messed up. And they carry this guilt everywhere like a heavy bag chained to their soul. They smile in front of people. But inside they hear, you don't deserve love. Look what you did. And when you carry that long enough, you stop feeling human. You start feeling like a mistake. But listen carefully. You are not your past. You are not your worst moment. You are not the same person you were when you made that choice. Forgiveness doesn't mean forgetting. It means facing what happened. Clears throat, learning from it, and deciding not to punish yourself forever. You've already suffered enough. What's the point of dragging that pain into every day of your future? If you truly feel sorry, then take responsibility and then release yourself. You can't become who you're meant to be. If you're still punishing who you used to be, Imagine someone accidentally breaks your phone. They say, "I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to. I'll try to fix it or replace it." And then every day they text you, call you, cry, say sorry, and never stop apologizing for 5 years. Wouldn't you say, "It's okay. I forgave you. Move on now. You don't need to keep suffering"? That's what your soul is saying to you. Let it go. Learn. Grow. But stop replaying the punishment. Affirm this daily. I forgive myself. I made mistakes, but I'm not a mistake. I've hurt. I've healed. And I'm still becoming someone better. Forgiveness is not weakness. It's the most powerful gift you can give your heart because you can't love what you still hate. And if you want to love yourself, you must start with forgiveness. Lesson 7. Leave the past behind. You're not that version of you anymore. Most people live in two places. The past they can't change and the future they keep fearing. And because of this, they forget to live in the only place where love can grow, the present. But when it comes to loving yourself, the past is often your biggest enemy. Why? Because you keep telling yourself, "I was a failure. I was weak. I trusted the wrong person. I should have done more. I used to be happy. Now I'm broken." And you carry those versions of you like ghosts on your back. You drag their guilt, their trauma, their pain. And now, even when life gives you something good, you sabotage it because deep down you still believe, "I don't deserve this." Look at my past. The past is a chapter. It is not your identity. And no matter how bad your past was, it cannot stop you from building a beautiful future unless you keep holding it. You are not the teenager who was confused. You are not the person who got cheated on. You are not the version who failed, who screamed, who gave up, who didn't know better. You are not that version anymore. And just because you once lived in chaos doesn't mean you don't deserve peace now. If a snake sheds its skin, does it go back and pick it up again? No, because it's done with it. It's grown out of it. Then why do you keep revisiting old pain like it's your home? You're not being loyal to your truth. You're being loyal to your trauma. And that loyalty is costing you your joy. What self-love looks like here. Telling yourself, "That was me, but that's not me anymore." Letting go of people who only remember the old you. Saying no to the same patterns that once broke you. Celebrating your growth, not hiding it. You can't love who you are. If you keep being ashamed of who you were, say this with me. I am not my past. I am my progress. I have made mistakes, but I've also made it through. I release what doesn't belong in my future. Lesson 8. Practice self-acceptance, not constant self-fixing. Self-improvement is amazing. Self-worth is beautiful, but when it becomes an obsession, when you keep trying to fix everything about yourself all the time, you start sending your brain this dangerous message. You are not lovable yet. Fix more. Then maybe you'll deserve love. This creates a loop. Once I heal my childhood, then I'll be worthy. Once I meditate every day, then I'll feel enough. Once I speak perfect English, then I'll respect myself. Once I stop overthinking, then I'll be proud. But self-love doesn't work like that. You don't wait to love a flower until it's fully bloomed. You water it while it's still growing. That's what real self-acceptance is. It's not giving up. It's not saying, "I'll stay the same forever." It's saying, "Even while I'm growing, I'm still enough today." Imagine you're helping a child learn how to walk. They fall down again and again. Would you say you're not worthy until you run? You're a failure until you stop falling. You don't deserve love until you walk perfectly. Of course not. You'd clap, encourage, pick them up, try again. Then why don't you do that for yourself? You're learning how to live. You're learning how to set boundaries. You're learning how to heal. You're learning how to be enough. Stop hating yourself for not being a master at something you're just beginning to understand. They mix self-love with self-criticism. They say, "I need to lose weight to accept myself. I need to stop overthinking to respect myself. I need to fix every part of me before I can be happy." But that mindset makes self-love a moving target. You'll never catch it. You'll just keep running exhausted, broken, and empty. You can want to improve your English and still accept your voice today. You can want to be fit and still love your current body. You can want to heal and still honor your scars. You can be both a work in progress and a masterpiece at the same time. Affirm this every single day. I am still learning. I still struggle. I still fall. But I still matter. I am enough. Not because I am perfect, but because I exist. Lesson 9. Talk to yourself every day. Like a best friend. You talk to yourself more than anyone else in the world. But are you listening? Most people speak to themselves in a voice that is harsh, rude, critical, angry, and sometimes emotionally abusive. Now imagine this. If someone followed you around all day and whispered, "You're so stupid. You're not doing enough. You're such a failure. You're not good looking. Everyone is better than you." Would you allow them in your life? No, you'd block them. You'd call it verbal abuse. You'd protect your peace. But the real truth is, you say these things to yourself and you've been listening for years. Your brain believes what it hears most. You don't need to be hypnotized by someone else. You're hypnotizing yourself every single day. And this is why most people feel stuck, because their own voice is against them. For example, a girl fails her exam. She goes home and hears this in her head. "I am such a disappointment. I always mess things up. My parents are going to be ashamed. I'm so stupid." Now she starts to believe it. Now she starts to act like it. Now even in the next exam, her brain is so full of fear that she fails again. Not because she's not smart, but because she's not supported by her own mind. The battlefield is not outside. It's inside. And you've been losing because you never realized who your real enemy was, your own inner voice. Every single morning, talk to yourself like a best friend. Even if it feels weird, even if you don't believe it yet, even if your heart is still hurting, look in the mirror and say, "I'm trying. I'm proud of that. I've been through a lot and I'm still here. I'm not perfect, but I deserve respect. I forgive myself. Let's take it one day at a time." Talk to yourself out loud. Whisper if you need to, but speak, because silence becomes shame and your voice has the power to heal what years of pain destroyed. Repeat this truth. I don't wait for others to love me. I talk to myself with love every day. I am not alone. I have me. Lesson 10. Stop criticizing yourself. You are listening. Your brain is always listening. Even when you're joking, every time you say, "I'm such a loser. I look horrible today. Why do I always mess up? Nobody really likes me. I'm not enough." Your brain doesn't know you're just saying it. It believes it. It accepts it. And it starts building a reality around it. You become what you repeat. Even if you're joking, even if you think no one is watching. Imagine a child is trying to learn how to walk. Every time they fall, you shout, "You're useless. You'll never get it. You're wasting everyone's time." What will happen? That child will stop trying. Not because they can't walk, but because they now believe something is wrong with them. This is what you've been doing to yourself. You've been criticizing yourself for years, and now you think you're the problem. But you're not. You're not broken. You're bruised. And bruises don't need judgment. They need care. Self-criticism is not honesty. It's self-sabotage. Being honest is saying, "I need to improve." But criticizing yourself sounds like, "I'll never be good enough." There's a big difference. And self-love starts when you finally say, "No more. I am done destroying myself. I will not speak to myself in a way I wouldn't allow from others." If a voice inside you makes you feel small, afraid, or ashamed, it's not love. If a voice encourages you, forgives you, and helps you grow, that's self-love. You have a choice. Every day you can either beat yourself down with judgment or build yourself up with compassion. Daily affirmation. I am done being my own enemy. I choose to speak to myself with kindness because I am listening and I deserve peace. This is self-love. Not a luxury, not a quote, but a quiet, Powerful decision every single day to stop hurting yourself and start holding yourself. Lesson 11. Start valuing yourself. You are not replaceable. Let's get one thing very, very clear. You are not here to just survive, obey, serve, and disappear. You are here to live, to grow, and to value who you are. They live like their own worth depends on someone's opinion, someone's attention, a job title, a relationship, their achievements, their looks, their social status. And when they don't get enough praise, love, likes, or approval, they begin to feel empty. They start saying, "I'm not important. I don't matter. I'm just average. I'm nobody." And slowly they start to disappear inside their own life. Alive but not really living. You don't have to prove your worth. You already have it. Not because of what you do but because of who you are. There is only one of you in this entire world. No one has your exact story, heart, soul, voice, or energy. No one has your exact pain. No one has your exact perspective. That means you are not replaceable. You are rare. You are real. You are valuable. Imagine you hold a $100 bill. Now you crumple it. You step on it. You throw it. Is it still worth $100? Yes. Now imagine your heart. It's been stepped on, crumpled, thrown, but it's still valuable because its value doesn't come from how it looks. It comes from what it is. That's you. Don't wait for someone else to see your worth. See it yourself. Don't stay in places where you are tolerated. Go where you are celebrated. Don't lower your light just because others feel small. Shine anyway. Self-love begins when you say, "I matter. My life matters. My voice matters. My presence makes a difference." Affirm this every morning. I'm not perfect, but I'm valuable. I don't have everything, but I am still enough. I am not for everyone, and that's okay. I value myself because I'm the only one who can live my life. Lesson 12. Keep a journal of your feelings because your emotions need a home. Where do your emotions go when you have no one to talk to? When you're hurt, when you're angry, when you're confused, when you're proud but no one claps, when you're scared but smiling in public. For most people, the answer is I keep it inside. I try to forget. I distract myself. I stay busy. I cry silently at night. But this is why so many people feel lost, because they carry years of unspoken pain inside their chest. And they never let it out. Feelings don't disappear, they store. And if you don't give your emotions a safe place, they will attack you from within. This is where journaling changes everything. Because when you write what you feel, you stop pretending. You stop running. You stop lying to yourself. And suddenly you feel lighter. Journaling is not just writing. It's emotional freedom. You don't need to be a writer. You don't need grammar. You don't need perfect sentences. You just need honesty. Start with today. I feel I'm scared of I wish someone understood. I'm proud that I write now I need to hear, and let it flow because your emotions deserve a voice even if no one hears it. Because you deserve to express, not suppress. Because your journal becomes your best friend when no one understands. Because the page doesn't judge you. It listens. Start saying this to yourself. My feelings are valid. My pain deserves space. My words matter even when they're only written. I will no longer silence myself. I will write. I will heal. I will grow. Lesson 13. Practice self-care. It's not luxury. It's survival. Self-care is not selfish. Self-care is not a luxury. Self-care is how you keep yourself alive inside. Most people believe self-care means going to the spa, taking a vacation, buying something expensive, watching Netflix all night. But real self-care is deeper. It's emotional. It's mental. It's spiritual. It's about creating a life you don't have to escape from. You don't burn out because you're weak. You burn out because you forget to take care of yourself while taking care of everything else. You take care of work, of family, of friends, of deadlines, of your to-do list. But what about you? When was the last time you asked yourself, am I okay? What do I need right now? What would make me feel safe, rested, or loved today? That is self-care. Let me show you a real example. Imagine your phone battery is at 1%. You wouldn't open 10 apps, turn on Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, GPS, brightness, and start watching videos. You'd charge it. So why don't you recharge yourself? Why do you wait until you break down? Until your body aches? Until your mind collapses to finally rest? You are not a machine. You are a soul, a human. You need rest. You need breath. You need care. Start practicing real self-care like this. Go to sleep without guilt. Say no without explaining. Drink water like you deserve to be alive. Journal when your heart feels heavy. Take 10 minutes a day for silence. Take a walk without your phone. Speak kindly to yourself like a best friend. Self-care doesn't have to be big, but it must be daily. Because if you don't protect your peace, no one else will. Repeat this every night. Today I mattered. I did what I could. I gave myself love. I cared for my mind, my body, my peace. And that is enough. Lesson 14. Act on what you need. Stop ignoring yourself. Self-love is not just a feeling. It's a decision. And real love takes action. Most people know what they need, but they keep ignoring it. They know they need rest. They need boundaries. They need to leave that toxic place. They need to stop pretending. They need help. They need change. They need to slow down. But they keep saying, not now. Maybe later. I don't want to upset anyone. It's not that bad. I'll just push through. And the more they ignore their needs, the louder the pain becomes. When you keep betraying yourself to please others, you slowly kill your spirit. You start to feel tired, confused, angry, anxious. Not because life is unfair, but because you stopped showing up for yourself. Imagine you're in a toxic friendship. You always give. They always take. You feel drained, disrespected, unseen. You know you should speak up or step away, but instead you stay. Why? Because you don't want to hurt them. But what about you? Why is your pain less important? Every time you ignore what you need, you teach your brain, I don't matter. And slowly you start to believe it. Self-love means this. When your heart needs rest, you rest. When your soul needs quiet, you unplug. When your body needs healing, you slow down. When your spirit needs courage, you act. Needs are not weakness. Needs are signals from your soul. Don't ignore them. Listen and act. Say this out loud right now. I trust myself. I listen to my needs. I no longer wait for permission to care for me. I will act on what I need because I matter. Lesson 15. Don't waste your potential. You were made for more. Let's stop pretending. You know it. Deep down under all the pain, overthinking, fear, and pressure. You know it. You were made for more. More than just surviving. More than just scrolling. More than just working like a machine. More than just pleasing others. More than just hiding behind fear. You were born with a voice, with a vision, with a heart, with a gift, with a mind full of ideas no one else has, with a soul that can rise even from the darkest places. But somewhere along the way, you started shrinking. Here's what happens to most people. They compare themselves too much. They listen to judgment. They doubt their worth. They wait for motivation. They bury their dreams. They silence their ideas. They choose comfort over growth. And slowly their potential fades not because they weren't good enough, but because they stopped trying. Example, there's a boy who loves writing. He's not the best, but he has something real inside him. But one day, someone says, "You're not that good." So he stops. 10 years later, he sees books everywhere and wonders what could have happened if he just kept going. The world didn't kill his potential. His own doubt did. Now ask yourself this. What dream have you put on hold? What gift have you buried? What fear has stopped your progress? What lie have you told yourself about your worth? Because self-love doesn't just mean being kind to yourself. It means believing that you are capable and then acting on it. You don't have to be the best. You just have to stop hiding. Don't die with your light still locked inside you. The world doesn't need perfection. It needs people who are brave enough to show up. Say this now. I am not small. I am not useless. I am not here to just exist. I have potential and I won't waste it anymore. Lesson 16. Be mindful. Love yourself in every moment. You can't love yourself in the future if you don't love yourself right now in this moment. Self-love is not something you do once a year. It's not just journaling once a week. It's not just saying I'm enough after watching a motivational video. Self-love lives in your small daily moments, and you need to be present to feel it. Mindfulness means being here fully, not stuck in yesterday's guilt, not lost in tomorrow's fear, just here right now. Because this moment, the one you're in, is the only one where change, peace, healing, and self-love can actually begin. Let's take an example. You're eating dinner, but your mind is on your regrets. You're walking outside, but your mind is on your failures. You're brushing your teeth, but you're thinking about your insecurities. You live in your body, but your mind is never home. That's not living. That's mental self-abandonment. Mindfulness is the practice of coming back to yourself, back to your breath, back to your body, back to your present. And in that present, you finally hear your soul again. You hear the child in you saying, "Please stop running. Just be here with me." When you eat, taste it. Nourish your body. When you walk, feel your feet. Be proud of your body. When you speak, mean it. Listen with love. When you think, observe. Don't attack. When you breathe, don't rush. Honor the moment. Your life is not in the past. Your peace is not in the future. Your love is here now if you pay attention. Repeat this every day. Right now, I am enough. In this breath, I am safe. In this moment, I choose peace. I choose presence. I choose love. Please love yourself. You've been through so much, and you've survived every single day. You've cried. You've failed. You've been judged. You've lost people. You've been ignored. You've questioned your worth. But you never gave up. Look at you. Still standing, still breathing, still trying, still showing up, even with a broken heart. That's not weakness. That's strength. That's the kind of power most people never see. But it's inside you. So please be proud of yourself. Even if no one clapped, even if no one noticed, even if the world didn't say, "Well done." Say it to yourself right now. I'm proud of me. I've done a lot. I've come so far and I will go even further. But to do more, to rise higher, to become everything you dream of becoming, you need one thing first. You need to love yourself. Because when you love yourself, you don't chase people who hurt you. You don't fear failure. You don't shrink to fit in. You don't give up on your dreams. You stop living like a prisoner, and you start living like you were born to. And if no one ever told you this before, I want to say it now. I love you. I really, really do. Not because you're perfect, but because you're real, because you're trying, because you're human. And that's more than enough. So please, from this moment on, be kind to yourself. Speak gently to yourself. Protect your peace. Trust your journey. And never forget. You are the best thing you will ever have. This world doesn't need another perfect person. It needs more people who are healed. And healing begins with you loving you. Subscribe to our channel if this touched your heart. And share this with someone who also needs to hear it. Take care. You are powerful. You are worthy. You are loved. And I'm proud of you always.